goddesses, and welcome back to another video. On today's video, we are going to be reviewing two new e.l.f. products, which I'm really excited to review with you guys. This is the Power Grip Primer. Also, I'm going to be trying out this new brightening concealer stick from e.l.f. as well. I'm gonna do a little bit of a wear test, first impressions, the whole nine. Before we get into this video though, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can become a part of the Goddess family. I love you, and let's hop right into it. Per usual, we're gonna go ahead and clip the hair back so it is away from our face. It's probably not the best clip back. Ooh. So this is what the product looks like in the packaging. It is the Power Grip in clear. I'm assuming that this is going to be very much like the new Milk Primer that everybody is also raving about, but for a fraction of the price. That Milk Primer I think is like $30, but I've heard so many good things about it. This one is a lot cheaper. So I'm going to go ahead and see if this does the job. The other, there is another e.l.f. primer that I love, the Putty Powder. I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a second, but that one is compared to the Tatcha primer, which is very expensive, more than $40. So hopefully this one is a good dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So we'll go ahead and test it out. This is the e.l.f. primer that I was talking about that's often compared to the Tatcha primer that works like a dream. So I know every primer is pretty much the same, but I want to use it to its full potential. So we're going to read the instructions. It says that I need to apply evenly on my face before makeup using my fingertips to pat into skin. The warmth of my fingertips will help the product melt into the skin for even application. Allow 30 seconds to set before applying makeup. So this is really good to know because sometimes I'm in a rush and I put primer and I don't let it sit, and then it just like mushes around with the rest of my makeup. So that's a good reminder for me. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. Okay, it does look a little blue when it comes out. Oh my gosh! I'm spilling everywhere. But I just wanted to get the effect of what it looked like. It does look a little blue. But we're gonna rub it. I'm gonna go ahead and pat it in with my fingertips, just like it said on the instructions. Do you guys remember that song? That I'm Blue song where it's like, I'm blue, da-da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da. That's what that's the song that was going through my head as like the blue glue was like spilling everywhere. And it's like all over my carpet, but we'll clean that up later. So first impressions, it feels very tacky, really tacky. So now I'm gonna let this dry for 30 seconds and then I'm gonna apply my foundation and my concealer. For foundation, I'm gonna be using this one from Essence. This is their new Pretty and Natural collection. It's supposed to be a hydrating foundation, which I love, especially for the winter time. Even with oily skin, it's nice to give your skin some hydration. I'm applying the foundation with a brush on one side, and I'm just patting it like I would normally do my foundation. And it's actually gripping really, really well. I don't know if you guys can tell. Oh my gosh, it goes on so smooth. And I've used this foundation before, and trust me, it's nice, but it didn't go on as smooth. So the application already with the brush and just tapping it into my skin is really, really nice. I really like that. I'm also gonna try it with a sponge on the other side because I know some people like sponges and some people like brushes. So I wanna give like best of both worlds and kind of give my opinion on what side I think blended out better. So this side blended nicely and the application was nice, but I did like the application better with the brush. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. So definitely like the grip primer right now paired with a brush for blending, but it's not a bad application with the sponge side. I just prefer the brush side, and it's probably because it gives me a little bit more of a full coverage effect on this side, which I like. I'm a full coverage girl, so if you want something a little bit more natural looking, maybe do the sponge, but I personally would go with the brush. I'm actually really excited because I just picked this up. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. This is what it looks like. It looks like a little pin, and I'm really excited to see if it really brightens my under eyes up. So let's go ahead and try it out. This one I got in shade medium 30W. It has warm and peach undertone. So you can see the little brush on the one side and the clicker on this side. Tell me this doesn't look like those old school lip glosses. I actually kind of love it. Now let's see how it performs. Funny. Hopefully product is coming out. I feel like I've been clicking for a while. Oh, there it goes. Okay, here we go. Right here, right here. I'm gonna do a little bit right here, right here. I always do some right here too. I'm gonna have to put more product out. So I don't know how far this product will actually last me or go, because it seemed like I did have to click quite a bit. Maybe I overdid it, honestly, but let's see how it performs. Hopefully it's not like overload and too much to blend out, but from what it feels like, it doesn't feel like it's going to be too much to blend out. It actually feels really nice on and not too heavy. If you're not a fan of the Camel concealer, because some people don't like the heavy feeling, I would try this one right here because it feels a lot lighter just from like first impressions. Let's go ahead and blend it out and see how it blends. Okay. I might have to like add more product like right here. Mind you, I have like dark under circles. Okay. It's kind of giving like the NARS concealer. I feel like that concealer has like very little product. It's a great concealer. That NARS concealer is amazing, but there's not a whole lot of product, so this is kind of what this is giving. And it is a good hydrating, brightening concealer, and it still is a lot cheaper than NARS. So highly recommend this actually. I really like how it did brighten up my eyes after a couple of coats, but still. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face and finish the rest of like my contouring and stuff. So my makeup is done. I'm not gonna set it with the setting spray because I'm actually gonna do a little bit of a wear test. I'm gonna wear this for the remainder of the day, check in at the end of the day to let you guys know how the primer held up all on its own. So far though, first impressions, like I really liked how it blended everything out. Even though it was a little tacky in the beginning, once it melted into my skin, it actually didn't feel that bad. It feels very light on, actually very surprising to me, because originally when I put it on and I felt it being like very tacky, I was like, I don't like an icky gooey feeling on my face. I'm very selective with like lotions and stuff for that reason, because I don't like that tacky feeling, but it doesn't feel tacky at all. Like once it melted into my skin, it actually felt really hydrating, which is nice, a huge plus again for winter. Also, once I layered the products on, it seemed to just hold on to the product very well to where it wasn't really patchy or anything like that. It blended out really nice. Again, you guys know I like the blend better with the brush, but with the blender it was still nice. So like I said, I'll go ahead and do a check-in towards the end of the day to let you guys know my final thoughts. So far, 2 big thumbs up. I'm loving it. So we're checking in with the primer. It's been about 5 hours. It's holding up really well. It's actually really good for oil control too, which was a big plus. I didn't know that it did that. The concealer, it's okay. Like I like the Camel concealer better just because I have darker under circles, like I mentioned. So if you don't have darker under circles, that concealer would be just fine. But for me, I prefer the Camel concealer. But all in all, I really do like it. It's like minimizing my pores, like the primer. So I would highly recommend that primer though. Like that primer is gonna be a game changer in my makeup. Wow. I love it. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I love you. Until next time.